What's up, guys? Marty's Machine Shop here again. So we got a customer brought over a bunch of magnets. They're really high strength stuff, some rare earth materials. Um, Almost pinched my finger here because that's just how strong they are. They just come together so quick you have no time to react. So what's happening is that it's attached to this piston and it's breaking. This material is pretty hard. I took it to the hardness tester. It's about 40 RC, Rockwell. And I try to drill out these holes here. And I can use high speed, they kind of wear out, but I wasn't able to take it out because they're Loctited in there and they got some high strength Loctite. The easy out didn't work because they're really shallow. They're only about 300 thou long, but they're really jammed in there. And I got a lot of them to fix here. And so drilling it out and using it wasn't going to be an efficient way to do this. So I decided on taking it over to the EDM and producing this. I'll show you how we do that. So I grab that part, and this is just a magnetic table. I'll put it on the table here. So this piece is an electrode. That's called an electrode, and it is made out of copper and some other materials that allow it not to wear, and the settings have to do with this stuff. Oh, by the way, here's the machine. I use a Sharp. Bought this thing on an auction. It has saved a lot of customers' asses, not to mention my own, from having to replace really expensive parts. We can take out a lot of screws here, and it just keeps busy that way. So anyway, I got a 1/4 inch here that I'll burn into the surface. So I throw it up on here. I drop the head down, and get this approximately centered. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're just taking this thing out. As long as we don't hit the threads, and the hole is like 7/16, so I can be slightly off, and it's not going to make much difference. There's not a whole lot of information on EDMs out there. You know, props to these guys, because this is one of those trades that there's a lot of knowledge here, and not a lot shared. You're not going to understand. They're like trade secrets, you know. So I get this pretty close. This fluid, dielectric fluid, and some say it's a mix of kerosene and some other stuff. I use some synthetic stuff. So basically, it uses the fluid to allow the spark to come across, and the fluid also helps to remove the dust, the debris, the burnt surface off of that screw. So that's what that looks like right there. All right, so I'm pretty close, and we're not going to go into the settings, but what I have right now seems to work pretty good. Turn off the message, and we're going to go ahead and turn on the coolant, turn on the power, and the head's going to drop. As soon as it makes contact, it starts to burn the surface. And so this dielectric fluid is helping the arc jump across the copper to the metal surface. And also it's using it to wash out the debris so that you don't cut it twice. You can develop another layer of just dust or other leftover pieces, and that just makes it kind of difficult to do. So I'm no expert at this. I just want to share some of what I'm learning here, and hopefully someone can use this and help save some parts out there. Okay, I'll be back in a second and you'll see what it looks like. And the runtime on this is probably about 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how worn out the tip on my electrode is. Okay, this part came out of the machine. The other one's still burning in there. I'm gonna let that go. So basically, this just came out of the machine there. So I just throw it in a vise. throw it in a vise. Man, that's tough. That's really tough. Okay. And it's got a 1/4 inch pocket. And it's only about 3/8 deep, which is really all I need to get this thing to go inside there so that I can break it loose. Now, fortunately, this one was pretty easy to take out. There have been some in here that I would swear it's going to break the tip off of that reducer. It's actually tightened up a little bit, but this is how I remove them. You know, a couple of turns here and there, and they come right out. Alright, once it feels like it's really loose, then I'll use my hand or a rag on it, because it's got some sharp edges on it. It's got some sharp edges. Okay. Arm's getting tired. It's a really fine thread. Okay. So that one's ready to come out. Alright. There's the hole. Threads are still pristine. Now we can grab another one of these guys. Customer's got a bunch of these on a shelf someplace. He can clean the thread out. That'll be his responsibility. But I just saved him some money. And hopefully got some more work from the guy. So that's how we do it. Another day, another dollar. You guys take care. Hope you learned something, if anything. Safety first as well. See ya.